It gives me great pleasure to start up episode 144 of the Fan Roundtable. We have got the wonderful, delectable Terry from Margate, straight off the heels of a lovely 7 goal thriller. Well, no, 9 goal thriller, wasn't it?
Yeah, nine.
Yeah, 9 goals.
Only seven were ours, so
You can't be too greedy, can you?
That's more than we scored all season, isn't it?
Hang on, yeah, we did get a nosebleed. Don't rush to it, Callum. We got a nosebleed for just for 5 minutes. Anyway, Callum's just spoken. Callum Ray, big time Hastings fan, obviously links with the club. An absolute pleasure for you to be here, sir. I mean, or a pleasure for you to have you on, sir. How are you?
Thank you
How are
for
you
having
this
me.
evening?
Yeah, I'm better. So it's always good when you do stuff after you see Hastings actually play well, obviously. So I'm feeling a bit more optimistic about the season than I was before.
Yeah, to
Pretty
be
much.
honest, planning this, mate. Obviously, it was before the change of manager. I didn't want to be like too suicidal. I thought you might have had me hanging by the light bulb if it had carried on as it was. So it's been a good change, but we'll get stuck into that in a bit. And of course, we've got John Canvey, ultra loyal fan. You did say he would not go well, but he's gone.
Come to pass. So
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's still you, John. Talk us through it. Obviously, it's not been great, so you could
no,
skip over some of it if you want, mate.
yeah, I was going to say quite a bit of it seems to have blurred into one, really. Particularly, I think where we last left off. I think it was the end of August we last spoke, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
it was a pretty bleak September, to be honest. It didn't seem to be much sign of improvement anywhere. Knocked out the cup by Malden, who then had a very generous run to the first round proper. So a bit jealous in that regard. Yeah, in the league, some pretty dire results. I think the bottom of that barrel was probably getting tonked away at Welling United 4-1 in what probably looked like quite a big game at the time, considering they hadn't started that well either. And then after seemingly doing okay in the first half, we shipped 4 goals in 20 minutes. So yeah, it was that was an afternoon to forget, or at least I don't know the amount of alcohol I drank afterwards was trying to help me forget. Somehow I can't scrub that memory.
We all self-medicate, mate. Don't worry about
Exactly. But yeah, not a great deal to pick out from really. But finally, at long last, we did actually get a win under our belt, and it shocked everyone, I think, really, considering it come against the runaway league leaders at the moment in Brentwood. I mean, we had a sort of quick succession of turnarounds in playing them because we played them on Tuesday night. I think maybe in the tail end of September, something like that. Yeah, I know it was just before I went on a stag do myself, to be fair. So maybe that got erased after the a lot of
it. You
drinks
don't
in
want to
Portugal.
forget the good stuff, John.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, no, but to be honest, in that it was a weird one, and I think it was almost the universe balancing itself out in a way because in the game we played them away from home. I think we did play well, not spectacularly, and I think that's probably a theme of all of our games, even the ones we have done okay in. But we done enough to warrant a point. So I think it was just like a hammer blow really when the linesman stuck. Oh, sorry, the full official, my bad. Yeah, he stuck up 5 minutes of injury time, and they scored in the eighth. So yeah, that was a bit of a sucker punch really. But as I say, karma has a way of balancing itself out. We probably deserved a point there, and when they come to our place, we seem to take a really shock lead very quickly. 2-1 at half time, and then they equalise it up. We thought, oh, okay, this is just going to be another opportunity thing where we throw it away, and we got a slice of luck. Bit of a mix up at the back between their keeper and centre back, and
Or
thankfully they had one of
could
our
it
strikers.
possibly be Indian bookmakers' influence? I mean,
It possibly
possibly
could, yeah.
Bet 365.
That's it, yeah. Someone's had a score somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that gifted us our first win of the season, and as I say, I think probably karma balancing itself out because we certainly deserve something at their place, but they definitely deserved something at ours. They had a hatful of chances and just seemed to put most of them into the Thames. So yeah, that was a nice thing really. Getting off the mark, thought it would improve, and then it didn't. Going away to Potter's Bar and losing there, that wasn't great. Well, I say that I wasn't actually at that one, but people I know went to it. Described it as the worst game of football I've ever seen. So, and so the standards we're playing at the moment. Yeah,
Oh, I don't know about that, mate. I could
yeah,
probably beat you on that one about standards of football. Go
yeah.
on.
But then I'll say after that, I mean, we went to Cray Valley, picked up a point there. Again, game of two halves. We were far better in the first half than them, and then we missed a gilt-edged chance to kill it off. Young striker we got on loan from Dover at the moment. He put a header against crossbar, and then after that they amped the pressure on us, and probably got a deserved equaliser, to be honest. But it seemed a more positive performance, really. So we thought, okay, let's take this now and go into the County Cup on Tuesday. It was a bit of an anticipated one because it was against, Benfleet obviously are just over the other side of the little land bridge to us, so it was technically Ireland versus mainland. But I think probably the first time competitively years, and particularly the first time since they've moved out of being our tenants. So it used to be a case of they essentially acted a little bit like our reserve side. We'd have a few players there used to be in our reserves who formed up the bulk of their team, and still do, to be honest. There's still quite a few there who were essentially considered not good enough for Canvey. But they've formed their own little identity since then, and it was bound to be a good game. And it seemed like we were doing okay. Took the lead, and then again the same formula of Taylor ball, which is
what is Taylor ball these days?
Taylor ball seems to be maybe attack for about the first 10 minutes and then sit off the remaining 80. So that has been a theme for all our games. Really, we managed to take the lead. But for a while we couldn't score. But when we actually worked out how to score, we'd take a lead and then just try and sit on it. And against some of the more experienced teams in our league and just experienced teams in general, where we've still got quite a young makeup of a squad, that's never going to work. So, they started putting the pressure on us again, and their keeper scored in the 88th minute. I remember the last time a keeper scoring against us was the season we got relegated. So, things seem to... I don't know, what was it they say? History doesn't rhyme, but it often... history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. And then, that same keeper then saved 3 penalties in the shootout and put us out of the cup. So, that was a bit of very much a low point for the club, and that was the end of Taylor after that. I know, it says he tendered his resignation. Whether that was the case or not, I'm not too sure. I'm not as privy to what's going on in the background, and probably what I do know, I'll keep cards close to my chest now. But after that, we've had he was one of the first team coaches, but he's been a centre back for us before, Mike Finneran. So obviously still part of the squad. He stepped in for the game away at Leatherhead in the trophy, and to be fair, it was quite a little doggy performance from the side, against a team who looked quite good this year in Leatherhead. I think they looked like they're on their way back to getting to this step of football again, or our step anyway. And we took it to penalties, and obviously that's a lottery, really, isn't it? I'm just hoping now. We'll move on to the new manager in a moment, but I'm just hoping.
I'm on tenterhooks, John. I'm on tenterhooks. I can't wait to hear about this bloke.
The new management side works on penalties because, losing 2 shootouts in a week isn't exactly great. So obviously there's been all this rumour and hearsay floating around, names being touted about who the management was, and now we've kind of really had one coming out of left field, one I didn't expect. It's a fella called Gary Kimball. He was a manager at Whittam Town in the league below, so again another sort of poach from the league below us. But he's a man who can work on a shoestring, really, which I think he will very much be on a thin shoestring at us in comparison to the rest of the league. But seems to warrant results and get a good side together. Seems to have unearthed a few talented players in the last few years at Whittam who have gone on to the bigger things. And he's brought in a little repertoire of... I don't know if he's got full coaching staff sorted out, but he's actually brought in a director of football with him who happens to... I think it's the same person. Used to be...
Director of football at Step 3?
I know, yeah.
Oh, come on.
No, weird one for that level. We were technically meant to have one, but I'll never actually see sight or sound of him at Canvey, to be honest. So I'm actually glad.
Sorry for being like that. I just director of football. I mean, I love it. It's great. No, I want you to do well. But
it probably is a glorified title, but hopefully if he can actually help us with our transfer dealings, getting a decent squad in, then I'm all for it. And ironically, I think if it is the same person I'm thinking of, a fella called Harry Palmer, he was goalkeeper.
Oh, get out of it now! You're having a laugh now. Palmer.
Harry Palmer, his name is. Yeah, literally.
Right, we all know who Harry Palmer is.
Not the one you're thinking of, but he was a goalkeeper for us a few years ago. Quite a good keeper in that regard. He went on to play National League for Yeovil and Sutton, I think, as well. So not a bad keeper at all. But I think he pulled out of playing football, as far as I know anyway, because he had a decent career going on, but obviously he's still working within the game, and if he can help bring a few bodies in, I think we certainly need him to probably freshen up that squad now. It'd be interesting now over the next couple of weeks to see how Kimball now actually builds a side of his own. hopefully he does have the back in there to do it. And I think there's probably some elements of our current squad. I'd say we definitely could do with keeping. There are some players who look like they have promise, but probably maybe just needed a better tactician to guide them. But hopefully he can iron out a little bit of the deadwood and get us on the right track, because the longer and longer it goes on, we're falling away from the trying to get out of trouble, and it's going to be an uphill battle for him. But I wish him all the best in his time here. I've certainly got no qualms against the man. I'll probably have more qualms against Taylor coming in for other reasons, particularly his track record before. But Kimmel knows this level of football. He's taken Whittam up to this level before, I think, when he was manager him first time around, and seems to know how to work on a tight budget as well. So if he can pull off a miracle and keep us in this league, then power to him. I'm all for it.
Now, Michael Caine as director of football, I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm loving it, mate. That's not the end of that. That is not the end of that, John. I'm not. Palmer. I love it.
If I come and find the clubhouse blown up in the morning, and it turns out,
Well, hey, cheers for that, John. I'll tell you what, we're going to go over to Callum. Callum Ray, thanks very much for coming on, matey. What I always do is anyone that comes on that's new, please, you obviously love your football. Please tell us why. I hope your club's still Hastings United.
It's definitely still my local club.
Oh, okay. Okay, your local club. But, tell us how you fell in love with the club.
Well, earliest football memories are of Hastings. Obviously, Dad played from captaindom, managed for 2 different spells. Some people look at the spells as really, really bad, but then there was the cup run that kind of lets people say, weren't as bad as what it seems. But when he was playing, when I was
magnificent player, Sean Ray, by the way, just for people.
Yeah, sorry.
Sean Ray, a tremendous centre half for Hastings.
First game I remember was the playoff final in 2006, I think it was, when we first got promoted to the Ryman Prem. And it was just memories going up the pilot field every weekend till I was about 14, 15, and then kind of fell away with it a little bit. And now I'm back.
Was that again. You discovered girls? Is it discovered girls and beer?
Girls, beer, bit of partying.
Yeah.
A few other things that I shouldn't have been doing.
Asbo, you got an Asbo probably.
Not quite to that stage somehow. But now I'm back, and it's just a bit difficult. Last year wasn't great, so
that was last season that was an absolute it was just terribly sad, and obviously with Chris dying as well, obviously one of our fans dying in the stands. It was just a season from hell, wasn't it? Really,
it just seemed like when things would start going right, they then started to unravel, and they unravelled a lot quicker than what we could get them going again.
Yeah, and
then I'd lost track of how many times last season we sat there and went, we didn't deserve to lose that. We should have won that.
Particularly against Canvey.
But in football, you can't rely on, we've played well and we didn't deserve to lose. You've got to be able to take your chances.
100%.
We didn't do that enough last season. It seems to have carried over a little bit this year. I think we're probably a bit better defensively. We can magically defend set pieces now.
Well, we've only managed that for about 1 game, mate.
It seems better than last season to me, though, from what I've seen. Obviously, I don't do many away games because I can't. It's a bit of a nightmare for me doing away ones. But
go on. Sorry, Callum, I'm butting in there, mate. Go on.
That's all right. The problem I had, was under Carey, before the season started, we got told he wanted to get the ball down, he wanted to play football, be expansive, attack teams. He come in and he didn't do any of that. It just seemed like it was, can we just hit the ball long and just try and pump and grind the ball back? And it just didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the mistake was I remember doing an interview with him, and he was talking about playoffs and all that, and because I really thought we were going to struggle this season. I thought, we're going to just take our medicine, nice mid-table, sensible. We're going to have a lot of younger lads and sort of Hastings-based players there. And then he started talking about playoffs, and then you remember the pre-season games where we didn't really play. We had loads of trialists and lots of the players that should have been in and building up their fitness. Like James Hull was one of them. Where you think, well, why isn't he playing?
I'm so disappointed that we let him go. I'm so disappointed that he's your club's top goal scorer.
Yeah,
the way you win games is by scoring goals. scoring goals and just
We
be.
don't want to win games. We didn't want to win games, mate.
Even then, it's like he lets him go, brings in Will Harley, who we had last year, wasn't great for us. So you let your top scorer go, bring someone in that didn't work last time in a team that was better than the one we've got this year. It just didn't make much sense to me. And then we'd get injuries, and instead of bringing in a centre, as soon as Dean Gunner got injured, he should have went, right, I'm going to try and get a centre back in on loan. He didn't. He went out and got another forward. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You've just lost a centre back. Bring someone in. You're playing Jamal, who I get on really well with Jamal and everything.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Good kid, Jamal.
I really like him, but he's not a centre back.
No. And he likes giving a penalty away, as Chapo reminded him. Yeah, but that's it. Like, so this is Jamal Abange's a centre midfielder, and we've been playing him as a centre half, and it really wasn't working. That was because we've had loads of injuries. We didn't really get cover in. I'm sure that the previous manager tried to get cover in, but still, it was I mean we a complete mess. And luckily, we hadn't played Margate yet, so once. Because we're going to be sorted. By the time we play Margate, we're going to be like Brazil, won't we, Callum?
We can hope, can't we? You can see the signs are there that we're going to be playing better football under this new guy. I think Saturday, although we lost 3-1, I think you saw there was a big improvement from other games, like just the week before that.
I mean, shape-wise, it did look better. I mean, the problem was it's the personnel, and that's changing. We've just got 4 in.
Well,
4 in a couple of days ago, didn't we?
I spoke to Bobby on Saturday after the game, and he said, the idea is that they want to bring in a left back, move Joe Clifford over to right back, get Freddie as far away from the defence as possible, because although he can do a job there, he's not a full back, which I think you can kind of see when he gets the ball.
That's Freddie Leg, by the way. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really bad at saying second.
No, it's fine. Because we're Hastings, like, these people don't know these classy players that we've got. Yeah, these world beaters. Yeah.
But you can see it with Freddie. He gets the ball in our half and he wants to run forward. And it's like, we don't need, if you're at fullback, I'd rather you stay back there, because every team in this league seems to have wingers that are quick and strikers that are quick or will hold the ball up.
Yeah.
And we can't risk being caught on the counter attack. Like,
it's just the ball over the top, that transition ball over the top.
Yesterday's goal.
So, Terry, don't you yawn, love. Don't you yawn. You ain't played us
Sorry.
yet, mate. Don't you yawn, okay?
No, I've not slept well. I've not been well.
Oh, is that excuses, yeah? You're yawning. I see what Callum, see that, she's yawning, yeah? Let's see, when we play Margate, if she's yawning then, yeah?
It's like yesterday's goal when they scored. I can accept that a little bit more, because going into the game, the coaching staff knew they're dangerous from long throws. Yeah. They knew that, and they knew it was a possibility that they could nick a goal from it. Okay, you can sit there and go, we should have defended that better.
Yeah.
But I'd rather concede a goal like that and then being caught on the counter-attack, because both our fullbacks have ran up the pitch while we're 1-0 up.
Yeah. Well, as I say, we were 1-0 up, 93rd minute equaliser they got, which was utterly gutting, because we'd played reasonably well. I mean, the standard of football isn't great. I've got to say it. There is a drop when you go down from step 3 to step 4. There definitely is a drop in the quality, and you get away with a lot more in step 4. Like, honestly, the amount of chances teams get, and you're like, it's just half of them can't hit a barn door. So it's been. I mean, if we're going to round up the Carey experiment, really, he just, I don't want to be horrible here. He just looked a little bit out of his depth, And Hastings, whether you agree with me or not, I think it. We're a big club. Yeah, we're a big club for this level. Definitely for step 4. 100%. Yeah,
we should be in the league above, I think, and then I think if they get the ground done, I think it should be. And then we should look at it and go, do you know what? We should probably be National League. That's once the ground's done and once we're stable, a bit more stable again.
But we've got to win football matches. And the thing is, second off bottom isn't acceptable. And
no,
I think Carey would know that as well. I think John he would know that. It's
Well, Bobby said after the game, he
tried his best, but go on.
Bobby said after the game on Saturday, Lee knew the results weren't good enough. He was trying to change it.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
It seemed like every player he brought in either didn't really want to play for him or wasn't good enough to play at this level. which is such a weird thing to say because this level isn't a good level to be at. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think the biggest worry for me was, I think it was like the third or fourth game. It was an away game, and Brad Barry, captain of the club, comes up to the fans and goes, he's not got a clue what he's doing.
Yeah, I think that was at Jersey when we went Jersey away.
Yeah.
An absolutely epic away day. I highly recommend going to Jersey. It's awesome. We lost miserably, sod the football. We had a great long weekend there, I'd have to say. Much love to Matty and Kev and Robbie and Lee. Lee still hasn't released the video from Jersey. I'd just like to add that. Lee Parnell, he sometimes puts out videos for Hastings. I say release the Jersey files, please, Lee, if you're listening. Yeah? But yeah, what goes on in Jersey stays in Jersey, obviously. But what a wonderful away day.
Just edit out all the bad stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even like from the Hastings, like, I know I'm banging on about Hastings here. From the fan base point of view, a lot of the away days we've had a great time. We really have, and unfortunately, the team hadn't really responded to it. But hopefully that's going to change with David Altendorf, who's taken over. I hope I pronounced his name right.
Well, I think Saturday's a great place for that to start. Do you know what I mean? You're playing East Grinstead.
Bottom versus second off bottom. Love it, mate.
Do you know what I mean? If you're going to pick up points, it's going to be when you play anyone underneath you, innit?
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, he's just got in all. Where's he come from? The new manager.
So he started at Chelsea's academy with, I don't know what age group it was.
Yeah.
Then he went to Lancing, was their manager for a bit, and then last season was at Whitehawk as their assistant manager and was part of he went in because they fired their manager at some point during the season, I think it was, and he went in with their new manager and helped keep them up. But he's very good, and if anyone's going to turn it around, it will be him.
Yeah, well, if the chat's listening, I just I want trying to, because he's brought half of his old team in. He's literally shipped off after East Grinstead and brought his new side in. But I've forgotten what the team was. I don't think the chat's working anyway. Either that or just no one is listening. I love it. Right. Well, yeah. Anyway, we love Hastings, don't we, Callum?
As hard as it is.
Yes. It's like a good marriage.
It's like an abusive marriage.
She can't hear me. I don't mean that, obviously. Right, well, let's move on. Terry, you're about 7th in the league, and let me see, have I written anything
7th,
down?
8th, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, not so bad. I thought you'd be doing better. I thought you'd be stronger this season. Obviously coming off
Lots of draws.
a big win. Obviously things looking better. Tell us about your season.
Well, we started off against Jersey, and that was the first game, and then we didn't have a home game for the whole of August, right the way through until the 13th of September.
Okay.
So we were away Saturday, Tuesday. We were away every bloody game.
You still driving the
So
coach?
it was like, yeah,
Miles in the fan bus, ain't you?
yeah.
Yeah, I've got to clap you in, love. I tell you.
Yeah, put a few miles on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so we're out of all the cups, we're out of all, and so we're concentrating on the league now.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing as well. Yeah.
You saying earlier, John, about like game of two halves and stuff. We have done that so many times. It's just like, oh, come on, we've given away in the 97th minute so many times, and then we've also done it the other way as well. It's like if you're going to do 98 minutes of football, we seem to be doing most of our work either for or against in those last 5 minutes. I mean, coming back from 2-0 down or being 2-0 up, and we've done so many of them. We went to Eastbourne and 96 minute, I think, and it's like, go on, we've got this now, blow up ref. It's just, honestly, my heart rate has been going absolutely mental.
You still the only one
I've been
singing?
recording it on. I've got a new smartwatch thing. Yeah, pretty much. We've got the youngsters at home now. It's not too bad. We get a couple of youngsters. They've got their own drum, and they're sort of like, they'll keep themselves going. But yeah, it's
what
like,
are they
I've got
singing?
backup
Are they
now.
up the gate, or what is it?
Yeah, no, they got their own songs as well. They're pretty inventive. So
They got rude words in them.
they're doing the "Come on the Gate."
Sorry, come on, that's screw. Sorry, my filthy mind, mate. Come on the gate. Sorry,
Yeah,
reminds me of turnstiles at
I'll
Hastings.
put a little bit in between that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's referring to
Ban
various
myself here.
outstanding features that I've got, you know.
The
Yeah, no, so it's okay. Main problem we've had is we've got so many injuries at the moment. It's ridiculous. There was 3 weeks ago we had 12 players out. So we're like bringing in the under-21s to sort of like fill the bench and that, you know. But we've got a young squad anyway, so they're fitting in well. We're doing all right. It's just we need to get more of the wins rather than keeping with these silly draws and that. It's they're fitting in quite well, but we're getting a few more back from injury now, so that's where that's where the 7 goals came from, I think. So we're getting there.
Okay. Oh, we've got
it's a long season.
we got a song we're singing in the stands because Harley Earl's granddad who's our good young keeper. Been far too busy, a keeper. Hopefully he won't be as busy as the season goes on. But his granddad always comes along and sort of cheers us in and all that. So he's coming on the away day train to Margate. So you will be meeting Harley Earl's granddad. So you got to give him a sing song as well.
Excellent. Yeah? I will look after him. Yeah.
I'm going to tell him that.
I'll make sure he's not standing too close. Yeah.
But yeah,
I've got my warning sign now. So.
Warning, sudden loud noise. Yes, very good. Well, we all know Terry. Everyone knows Terry. Come on.
Yeah, but we've got some new teams in the league, haven't we? So they need their warnings, you know.
I was going to say, Dave Dixon passed away. Who's Jack Dixon's father. Jack Dixon, Hastings through and through. He's at Ashford at the moment, but just to send condolences and all that. I know, lovely guy, and I know obviously Jack and the family miss him greatly, but I thought I'd mention that. Anything you guys want to mention? Anything coming up for your teams? Want to talk about anything else?
No, we're looking forward to the Jersey trip.
Oh, what date you got for that?
We're going out on the Friday and coming back on the Monday. We're
Awesome.
at the end of November.
Nice.
28th.
I mean, we did have cracking weather as well, but it was a great.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have cracking.
They're lovely over there. They're lovely over there, and there's lots of nice. I remember myself, Lee Parnell, because we're quite refined people, drinking Chardonnay in a wine bar, and then some yobbos came in and abused us, and we had to get out of there sharpish because we got kicked out. But sorry, just memories of Jersey coming back. Yes, lovely away day. So who you got Saturday, Terry?
Crowborough.
You got Crowborough.
Another new team, see?
At theirs or yours?
We're away, yeah.
Okay, so that's a tough one. That's a toughie. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So I say new team.
Well, they beat us, but that doesn't mean anything. That was the old Hastings. The new Hastings is a completely different thing, isn't it, Callum?
Yeah, it looks it so far. We actually want to get the ball down and play a little bit more now.
Yeah, we even got a goal.
Yeah.
Absolute nosebleed event that was. It was like, what is this? Scored a bloody goal.
The other thing I'm sorry to keep going back to when Carey was in charge. I know there was a few players that didn't like him as well. It's one of the reasons why Dan Hull left was because after the Crowborough game, there was a little bit of a bust up in the changing room between Dan Hull, James Hull, who's obviously Dan's little brother, and the assistant manager. The assistant was digging everyone out, saying they weren't good enough. Was talking to Dan, and then all of a sudden turned around to James and went, "You effing lazy cunt, you're effing shit," and stuff like this. And Dan's just turned around to him and said, "Don't talk to my brother like that. There's no need for that kind of thing." And Saturday, Bobby turned around when it was really out of order the way he dug him out. I'm just there thinking, he's your top goal scorer. You're saying all this to him. And James is still a young lad as well. He's only 21, 22 roughly. I think maybe 23 at the oldest.
Yeah. So everyone's young to me now, Callum.
But I just don't think that's how you should treat like a young... To me, in my opinion, I think you're a young player till you're about the age of 25, 26. I just don't feel like you should dig... Well, I don't think you should dig any player out in that manner. But yeah, I think after that, I think a few of the players kind of went, do you know what? I'm not keen on this anymore. And
I don't know. I mean, it's to me. I think what goes on in the dressing room should stay in the dressing room.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, but equally, I'm of the age where hurty words don't bother me, and it's
Yeah.
like, and it's
I-
Yeah, but the
the
youngsters,
youngsters are different now, aren't they?
they're very confidence driven.
Yeah, and the thing, I've been told two different stories. So one story was that the assistant grabbed Dan round the throat, which has kind of
Yeah, it all
been
goes on at Hastings. Come on, there we go.
that's that. And then one of my brothers, who's best mates with Dan and James, have said that isn't true. Dan kind of offered him out, like said, we can go outside and settle it if you want. And then
That's what I mean. That's what I hear. That's proper Hastings now. Yeah, come on, come on.
But yeah, and then it all kind of died down, sort of thing. And then obviously you had Carey promising James game time, not giving it to him for some
to be
reason.
fair, James's fitness wasn't the best. Yeah, I mean, I love James. I think he should have played. He should have got more game time. I would worry secondary about his fitness if he's getting goals.
Yeah.
Someone's getting goals, particularly at step 4. Yeah, it's not about how good you look or what it's about putting that ball in a net.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that. And like, I'm sure at particularly our level, there's all sorts of different types of people that have got all sorts of baggage that it's for a manager to manage. And yeah, as you say, we got rid of he left because he didn't, he'd had enough, and we got in someone who unfortunately isn't ready yet. He needs to fill out a bit. He's a big old like Peter Crouch type striker.
I think it seems like because obviously he's a big lad anyway, do you know what I mean? 6 foot something.
He's lanky.
I think he needs to learn how to use his body a little bit more, but I think that just comes with experience. Because it's hard, because obviously he done the benches at Eastbourne Borough for a bit and stuff like that. I don't know how much game time he got there. And I heard he was at Eastbourne United for a bit. So it's just saying I don't know how much game time he got. But if he can learn just to use his body to his advantage a bit more, I definitely think that he could be a good striker for this level and for us. It's just getting him to that stage where he knows how to use it and what you want from him. It seemed like when he come on yesterday, he was almost trying to overcompensate.
He's lacking in confidence, and he needs to have a run in a team that's winning.
Yeah,
and for me, if he's going to stay at the club, he needs to be coming off the bench, not defending 1-0, but like maybe I didn't think that really worked. I mean, because there's nothing that, in my opinion, okay, I'm just a fan. There's nothing to him. He hasn't got the weight to be a awkward. Even in the air, he's not particularly great, in my opinion. And
I completely agree.
But we're destined to save our best game against Margate. I know that. We're going to go 6-0 against Margate, I reckon. But anyway, John, who you got on Saturday?
Things have happened.
Yeah, well, the Kimberley era starts away at Burgess Hill on Saturday.
Burgess Hill, Ben Pope, the Pope. You'll be playing against the Pope, hopefully.
That's it. Yeah, we more than likely will be playing against Pope. But I think we are guaranteed a win there because I'm not going to be there because I'm in Germany. So, not to law, it's always the case that any time I'm not there, we probably put in one of our better performances. So, yeah. But now that is, in real talk, that is, a tricky little place to go. They've adapted to the league quite well since they've come up, to be honest.
Feisty side, they are.
Table. I guess it'd be interesting as well to see what sort of side we do take there. With a new manager coming in now, there will undoubtedly be a few comings and goings. Be interesting to see which of the players do decide to stick around for this new chapter. I mean, there's a couple I would like to hope that do stick around. We've had a couple of standouts that have come in. People like we've got a boy on loan from Dover at the moment called Max Fidesz, who is banging in goals. Whether it's actually warrantless points or not, it's a shame, but it's he seems a good little prospect. Did have a good centre back called Ken Dariri, but I did hear something for the great
Ken Dariri.
Ken Dariri, yes.
What a name that is!
That is a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Harry Palmer, director of football. This is. I love you.
The name, I mean, it's been an odd one with us because I think there's been a bit of a revolving cast of characters in the club, or particularly on the pitch this season so far, which I think is the case when you're struggling, you're down there. Yeah, certainly after the last time we were relegated. But we seem to have, I don't know, got at least a little core now. The only trouble with obviously the whole debriefing thing I was going to mention is I heard that he was taking interest from Brentwood. So at the moment, considering they're standing to ours, it would probably be a hard prospect to turn down. But I mean, we get a couple of other little standouts. People like Louis Bremy, who's come back after a period of injury. We've obviously got Finley Durrell back now. He was injured quite early in the season. So if we can keep that sort of little cast of players there, or the majority of them, the experienced ones as well, see if we can add to that, then yeah, it's just how we push on. I mean, we've got a big November in general. We've got quite a lot of home games coming up, whereas we've been on the road quite a lot and quite a few postponements. The last month, for one reason or another, be it like cup duties or had the whole incident, quite sad occurrence with obviously Wingate and Chichester in that game, where it's obviously sad tragedy with that Billy Vigor.
Yeah, you played for us. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
But this is how fast the world moves, isn't it? You forget about these things. It's
you
like,
do.
oh yeah, that was.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I
bastard.
don't want to throw too much shade at obviously Wingate, 'cause I think a lot of people did, and I found it quite unfair when they did, to be honest, because they're not the only club with that kind of problem in having quite an enclosed ground with those old stone walls. I know Tilbury had that for quite a few years in the league below us as well. There's a few others I can think of who have had them and all. So yeah, it's one of those
Sheppey's new stadium,
things.
that's got a concrete wall right along the one side,
With
and that's a new build.
Which one, Terry? Which one?
Sheppey,
Sheppey's is like that. Oh,
yeah, because
with
it all down one side, because the terrace, if you like, is raised, and the pitch is sort of like you have to go down sort of five, 6 steps
what?
to
Right,
get down to the
like
pitch.
Wingate's, like literally, because like Wingate is literally on the fucking pitch. Is it as
Yeah,
bad as
but
that?
like because of the way the ground's been built,
Hmm.
Sheppey's is you go down steps to get to the pitch. So there's a
Oh,
wall up to sort of like the level where you come in.
well, it's got to
And
be.
it's
It's got to
it's
be looked at, isn't it?
yeah,
well, but I say it's a new build. So,
How's
that's how
that
the stadium
passing?
was designed.
I heard with Wingate something like this happened there before, where someone had gone into that wall, and they'd got seriously injured from it, and were in hospital. It wasn't as bad as obviously what happened to Billy, but apparently they had been told that they have to either move the wall back or remove it in general.
Yeah,
And for some reason they just didn't do it or take any notice of what had happened or see the warning signs with it.
Hmm.
So I just don't understand why teams like Sheppey are now being allowed to build them with the walls there on new build stadiums. It doesn't make any
Yeah, no,
sense.
It's like anything. It
that's
just
what I'm
gets
saying.
forgotten about. It'll get forgotten about again.
But I thought it's sad because I actually thought Billy was a good player. I thought do you know what I mean? A few years at step 3, I thought he could have gone on to push international league and maybe lower leagues of football league. These sort of levels, strikers, you want someone that's going to work hard. If they're not going to score goals, you just want someone that's going to work hard, really, don't you? And that's exactly what he did. He worked hard and pressed well.
He always looked good for us, and then he'd
Yeah.
always get injured. It's just he was just really unlucky with injuries. Billy. Oh God, that reminds me. I was chatting with Charlie Granger, who was the goalie for Wingate. In that game, obviously asking, like, we were obviously trying to find out if Billy was all right and that, and he said about the air ambulance. He said like that obviously the ambulance services were like excellent, but yeah, oh dear, hey, poor old Billy Vega. Don't know what to say to that really. Oh, I can't end it on that. Fucking hell,
yeah.
Jesus, poor
I know,
bastard.
yeah, it's hard on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I suppose, yeah, I suppose it's funny now, isn't it? We're sort of caught way into the season. And I don't know how sort of things have been in your sort of ecosphere down the southeast division, but it's been
What do you mean we're second
so
off
far.
bottom? How is it? It's been shit.
Horrible.
I mean, more
It's
in
been shit,
general.
mate.
Like, I mean, more
You're bottom of the
kind
Prem, aren't you? Are
ecosphere
you bottom of the Prem?
I'm
Yeah.
over the Prem, yeah. So all we can do is look up at the moment, but
Margate is flying the flag, mate.
that's it. They are clearly. I mean, yeah. To be honest, so I thought the one person we might have had on tonight would have been Rob from Horsham.
Yeah, he's what is it? Oh God, you've just reminded me. I was on an away day, John. Yeah. Oh, what was it? Three Bridges. Where he lost at Three Bridges. Oh God. Anyway.
That game. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, just tearful. And right, but again, great away day. Great away. We had good fun, and Three Bridges lot were lovely. Yeah. So and coming back from the game, waiting at a train station. I can't remember which one it was now because it was like they've got loads of cancelled trains and that, so we got stuck somewhere. And the bloody Lardy army appear. Yeah. Oh,
Another bunch of knickers.
fuck. So well, no, they were good fun actually. They were good fun. And you know the one that always takes a picture of his big head, Lardy Army bloke. Have you ever seen their Twitter?
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a bloke who inserts his head right in he's taken a picture of a player or whatever, but he decides I'm going to have my head in the middle because it's obviously all about him. I did ask, but yeah, him. If you know him and that, they're all there, and we had a bit of good back and forth banter. They're good lads, good lads. But yeah, he's working, so he couldn't make it. He'll be on the next time. So and they're doing well. They're doing well, but well done to them.
They have started very well. Yeah, credit to them.
I still drink out of Horsham Tears Cup. I still drink out of it. One day they will have tears.
There we go. Yeah, get as much use out of it as you can. But yeah, I say it's been a strange one in our league. There are a few teams up the top who we didn't expect. I mean, I think the one it's a weird one actually. The one that seems to have shocked most of the league in general is Brentwood. But I'm not actually that shocked. They're up there. They've been banging on the door for the last couple of years. I mean, including the playoff final we beat them in. But they've got a good back in there at the moment. They run very well. And it's funny, I think a lot of people scoffed a few years ago when I think it's particularly since they've had the Matchroom sponsorship come in, which is, I'm pretty sure it's Barry Earn's company. They had
he's involved with them, yeah?
He is involved.
I'll
get on for that in a sec. But I think when they come in, they had a bit of a mantra of we're going to try and get into the National South in the next 5 or 6 years. And I think considering where they were in the Isthmian North at the time, a lot of people scoffed at that. They were like, you're having a laugh, aren't you? Particularly seeing as, any time it rained on their pitch, they'd have to call a game off. But no, they have done a very good job over there at the moment. And on the other end of that, I suppose, you've had teams struggling you wouldn't expect to struggle. Obviously, the likes of sort of Welling and St Albans haven't had a long way since they come down. Dartford only just started to pick up form after a ropey start. Billericay are the ones who surprised me the most because I think they were everyone's favourite to try and get promotion this year.
Didn't they start selling a few players off Billericay? I seem to remember them getting rid of a few.
Had a couple go, yeah. I mean, I think that probably came with the managerial change because they had Gary McCann there, I believe it was. And I don't think things started quite as they wanted. So they gave him the elbow. Brought in a fellow called Danny Scopes, who is quite a highly talented manager, at least in the Essex football sphere, because he done wonders with Averley, taking them to the National South. So I think they were hoping that the magic was going to rub off there as well. But ever since he's come in, I don't think they've had it all their own way. I think obviously he's maybe either got to try and work with what he's got, or he's perhaps not getting the players in that he might have hoped. But yeah, I know they got a little bit of catching up there. I think they've had a cup run as well. But I mean, they got absolutely hammered by Bishop Stortford in the trophy at the weekend, which was a real shocker. Not so even so much the fact that they lost, more on the sense of how badly they lost. Yeah. So yeah, it's been an odd one really. I mean, I say the only consistent seems to have been how bad Canvey are doing really. So hopefully now that changes with Gary Kimball at the wheel. Though we'll see that.
Relegation is not part of the deal. Yeah, good. we sang that. We sang that for. Was it Danny Searle? Do you remember that? Yeah. Anyway, and we did get relegated, but hopefully you don't, mate. Anyway, early doors.
Long way to go, isn't it?
Early doors.
Yeah, it's early in the season yet.
Callum, did you want to mention anything? I know you were going to try and do some video logs or something. Go on, talk to us about it.
So obviously I do like a few away games a season. So this is why I brought it up, because it's obviously something I wouldn't be able to do every game. But I was thinking, I don't know if anyone's ever watched that bunch of amateurs thing that for that Dorking Wanderers round.
Yeah.
I was thinking something a bit like that, but more from the fans' point of view of non-league football, because obviously that just follows Dorking round. So I was thinking maybe do it so that fans will do a vlog each week. It would obviously have to be like supporters that are there every week. On the way to the game, get a few interviews with other fans. Maybe try and get an interview or two with one of the players afterwards and stuff like that. And then we could just upload it to YouTube or wherever, just so that it gets the word out about non-league clubs a little bit more. Because non-league football to me is the best level of football you'll get. I don't think anything compares to it in any other country. And
step 4? Oh, step 4. Oh, I like that, sir. God, yeah, God, yeah. No, I agree. We did. I know Lee Parnell was trying to do that with the vlogs, but obviously it's about consistency, isn't it? And it's about
Yeah.
someone doing it all the time.
See, I don't mind doing the home games. It's just a lot of the away games that are a bit of a problem for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything I think that gets the club out there a little bit more, I think is always good, as long as it isn't for something really bad. Like that Hendon game last year, where everyone kind of saw what happened and were going, Jesus, 9-0 away from home.
Yeah, let's not talk about that again, please.
As long as it isn't something like that, or
Yeah, but
something really
sometimes you
bad.
get the best. Like, I remember going to watch QPR. Like, I've always been a QPR fan. Like, was born around that. And I remember we went to Forest, and we played them twice. I think we drew 0-0 in the league, and then we played them in the cup, and they beat us 5-0, right? And we were in an open stand in the pissing rain, right? But it was one of the best away days, just because when I don't know, you just have a great time. So I mean, I cannot imagine anyone that went to that Hendon game had a great time. So don't take me on that one. But sometimes a flower can come from tragedy.
Yeah, but it was just something like that, really. Do you know what I mean? Just so, it could even get the attention of the owners and they could be like, okay, this is what the fans are thinking, sort of thing. Because obviously they don't really see things from our point of view.
So what, like Arsenal fans TV, yeah?
Yeah, kind of like that, but just not as annoying.
We get Ben Bennett doing that.
As long as you look quite left head in the clouds and
I know
people like Ty and all that, then yeah.
John, I know just the man who wants to do it. It's Ben Bennett. He loves a bit of Arsenal fans TV. But yeah, no, it's a good idea. I mean, what I would suggest, Callum, is that you start doing it for the home ones.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll throw it out there. I think the more that you do that, and more fans see that and think, well, actually, that's quite fun, then they might start doing it. It's got to be natural, because if like they'll be say like whoever wants to go, if they can't make every week, there's no consistency there. But it could pass the camera. I know Lee wants to start doing those again, but because of work, I think Lee's not been able to do them as much. So I think it's a great idea, though, mate.
I was just thinking about it. It's like do you know what I mean? It just gives the club another little thing out there. Do you know what I mean? Other than what the actual club put out there, because they're not going to show.
I think that goes for any club. That goes for any club. Canvey, that goes for Margate.
Definitely,
there's more than one Margate fan. It's
Yeah,
only
we
you're the only
do
one that
like a
makes the
little
noise.
interview. We do we do like a little interview from the supporters club with one of the players after the game. We post it straight to Facebook.
Oh dear. Oh, okay.
And it just
So
sort of
there you go.
just literally just a little minute interview, get a player's view and what they think how the game went, and it goes onto Facebook, sort of not live, but like as soon as it's been recorded, just gets posted, and then they sometimes they get more views than the club one do. So
Yeah, well, but particularly at this level and well, our level and above, that step three, the socials ain't great because a lot of it's volunteers, isn't it? It's mostly volunteers, and you're only as good as the technology you got and also the passion behind it. You'll get some people that go over and above, but you get a lot of it where it's just a bit shit in it, or it's not there at all. Like the Neo stuff. Remember the Neo little TikToks and that? But that was reliant on Neo being around. So then once Neo's gone, then it just don't happen, and it's a shame because I think that the reason why I do this bloody podcast and that is I love football. I love Hastings, obviously, but all of you have met me. I'm passionate about football, and I love the banter and everything, and it's about sharing it, innit, and trying to spread it. Spread it wide. Sounds dodgy, right? No, not spread it wide, right? But just share that passion with people.
Exactly.
I just want to laugh now. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Callum. No, obviously, I'll mention that to the chaps on Saturday who are on the away day. And because the problem is, unfortunately, Callum, a lot of them like to partake in the alcoholic drinks. So your videos kind of get, the camera goes a bit wobbly. So So but there's loads that go. We spread that far and wide, mate.
I just thought, it shows it from a different perspective, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Rather than just you get a 30-second interview with the manager where they seem to say the same stuff every week.
Well, yeah, they got to say it, don't they? Some of it's so robotic,
at least
not natural at all.
It's like it doesn't even just have to be us, like you said. Even if like Canvey, Margate, like clubs like us started doing it, you could get the real thoughts of like fans and everything.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? You don't know how far it could go. You could find one person that goes, wow, love this. Guy comes along to some of the games or whatever because they go, do you know what I mean? Football isn't great, but it seems like it could be a good laugh.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think there is some of that stuff out there anyway. I just think it's not put out. We can't access it because we don't find it. It's all about algorithms and you know.
There's definitely a market for it there, though. Certainly, there are definitely a few channels that.
Oy vey, there's a market for it. Okay.
There's a market for it, yeah.
We're not making any money, mate. We're not making money. Wanted to make the money.
I'm not saying it's a profitable market, but there is a market. Yeah. A bit like one of the markets you see set up, I don't know, just outside one of them derelict shopping centres or something, but it's a market.
Del Boy and Rodney.
Yeah.
No, well, listen, look, best of luck to your sides on Saturday. Best of luck to your side as well, Callum. I hope we win. East Grinstead away, massive fixture. But John, Terry, Callum, see you at the game. Take care. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah, guys. Yeah.